in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today.
Beyond the headlines, beyond the scripts, this is Anchor's Chat, a newsroom conversation where journalists exchange views, debate issues, and unpack the stories behind the news just as they say it. The story for today: gender-based violence. Almost every woman I know have been sexually assaulted. See me? We're open for sponsorship of this program, advert placement, news coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Avo TV platform, Niger TV, Ifastech TV platform. You can connect with us on ATN Social. Subscribe, like, and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. And on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We're going on a short break, and when we return, I will introduce my guest, and we will dive onto the story. Stay with us.
From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. On ATN. From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. On ATN. From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussion.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Joining me on the show today is an in-house journalist, Mr. Favor Chikwesiri Michael. You're welcome to the show, Mr. Favor.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm happy I'm going to do this with you today.
And I'm excited, yes.
Now let's take the report. Nigerian singer Simisola Bolatito Kosoko, popularly known as Simi, has raised fresh concerns over the prevalence of sexual assault and the culture of silence surrounding it. In a series of posts shared on X, the award-winning artist stated that sexual violence remains far more widespread than publicly acknowledged, revealing that nearly every woman she personally knows has experienced sexual assault at some point. She stressed that conversations about abuse should not be dismissed because of fears surrounding false accusation, insisting that isolated cases of dishonesty must not overshadow the realities faced by victims. The singer highlighted the daily fears many women live with, noting that insecurity extends beyond public spaces into homes and familiar environments, calling on men to reflect and challenge harmful behaviors within their circles. Simi argued that accountability among men is critical in addressing sexual violence. She criticized the tendency of some individuals to distance themselves from misconduct rather than confront friends or association accused of abuse behaviors, urging society to listen to women's experiences instead of questioning their credibility. Simi further explained that her personal safety precautions, including carrying pepper spray while outdoors with or without her daughter reflects the constant vigilance many women maintain, addressing those who feel offended when rape is discussed. She encouraged self-reflection rather than defensiveness. Known for consistently advocating women's rights through her music and public engagement, the singer continues to use her platform to challenge gender inequality and promote respect themes also in her song, which celebrates resilience while confronting societal barriers faced by women. This is a disturbing one. I mean, something got to me from this report. We have the singer stating that almost every woman she has known has been assaulted at a point. If this is real, then it's terrible. What do you make of this report?
Actually, your point is valid. It depends on how you define assault. So
Okay.
Assault may not be the full-blown rape. It could start from how you hold a woman. Probably she's not comfortable with it.
Okay.
So women are not comfortable with this friendly peck or that most guys give, or how you look at them. Assault could come in the form of, you can see a woman and then you're lost after with your eyes. It really, yeah, she knows, because women sense those kind of things. So if she says that almost all the women she's known has been assaulted in one way or the other, then it's a menace that has to be treated with urgency. And currently, I think there's a lady online that's alleging that she was raped, and even though the story is having some twists that I don't understand, all of a sudden, when I saw it before yesterday, I paused and I was like, I'm not here. I'm not going to say until proven wrong, actually, because the case has been moved to given to relevant authorities. But my own concern is how she related the issue. Such thing happened, and then you went on X. That was the first platform to go for. Except probably if you go into these relevant bodies that are in charge of this thing, and they don't give you feedback, then you can actually go ahead with your social media publicity. But see me saying, almost all the women she's known as assaulted. Like I said, it's a menace that has to be treated with urgency, because, and then it boils down to the family. How will the family is the smallest unit of society? How you raise your kids? I'm talking about the male kids and the male children, and then talk about the female. So it's from there that you get a boy becomes a man. So if at the tender age of being a boy, he is not probably told that women are not tools to be used. They are human beings also.
Okay.
And oriented in a way that understand that you are a man, not a beast.
Okay.
So that boy grows up and becomes a loose being. So, and you can't curtail a loose man. It's when he was a boy that you can actually streamline him to the right path. But this person has grown up. So you find out that the rapist today was once a boy, but
who was never taught to respect women's bodies.
Yes.
And you know, talking about the culture of upbringing at homes when it comes to children, a lot of times we see the female children always being prepped. The female child is taught not to do this, don't do this, don't dirty yourself, you're a woman, don't play like this, don't be too rough, you are a woman. And then we hardly see the male children being prepped also, don't do this, you're not supposed. And then we now have in the later future these male children growing up to be men that disrespect women, men that beat up women. And it should be balanced. As we teach our females not to do this and to do that, we should also teach these males.
Yeah.
Okay, you teach the male, don't touch a woman like this. You're not supposed to play with a woman to this extent.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. And then talking about the young lady on Instagram, Mirabel, I have actually been disturbed since yesterday about that report. I actually discussed that report on my show yesterday. She said she was suffering from insomnia, and then she has to drink until she's high before she's able to sleep. And on that Sunday morning, She drank, she was obviously high, and then she was sleeping. She got a knock on her door, and then she thought it was one of her neighbors coming to ask her something. She went to open the door and she was pushed back. She passed out. When she regained consciousness a bit, a man was over her. There was clothes tucked in her mouth. She couldn't scream. She passed out again. And then when she gained consciousness again, she realized she had been raped. And then the young man used a face blade to cut her body. And then she also said, after the whole incident, the same young man that did this to her also texted her, saying, in fact, I read out the text message from the young man, and the man stated, the guy, should I even call him, the guy stated in the message that his father was wealthy and very influential, and then before the matter can even get to court, the father will silence the whole thing with the money he has. And then social media was on fire. A lot of persons came out to defend this girl. Even this report from Simi is stemming from that report yesterday from that girl. Okay. The Lagos State Police Command is already out looking for the girl so they can take over the case. As of yesterday, I even learned that they've transferred the case to Edo State Police. And then going back to follow up on the case, I am now seeing a whole lot of controversies, counter accusations. A lot of persons saying the girl is lying. It's clout chasing. The report is not true. She just wanted to get social media popularity. And with what people are posting, I'm beginning to see reasons. Mr. Favor, I know you also have the doubts that I have. Persons are coming out with, even her neighbors, the people who live in the same house where she lives, said nothing like that happened in the compound. She said there was nobody around, but they said some persons were actually around in the compound. And the place she stayed to make the video she posted is different from the house they posted where she lived. A whole lot of things. And then some persons even went as far as screenshotting the way she types on TikTok. They did screenshot the way she types on TikTok and posted. And then the message from the alleged young man that she said had sent to her, there was one striking similarity. She types, in her typing, she spells her so as S-O-O. Okay. So. And then she uses the so a lot in her typing. And then the message the young man sent also, we also have the so spelled as S-O-O. And that message, when I read it, it actually sounded like what a woman did write. And she said, and even the TikTok account is not even a credible, it's just a new account that you can see that it doesn't have a phone number, it doesn't have anything. Pristine was the name. They just, Mr. Favor, it will be so bad. I am just praying that this is not true, that this girl is lying to us, that this girl played on the whole of Nigerians just to get social media popularity. It's going to have a whole lot to tell on the real victims of rape in the future. So when someone is actually raped in the future and they come out to tell their ordeal, people will now begin to doubt, because one girl wanted to blow on social media and then came out to lie, and now when the real victims come out to tell their ordeal, what actually happened, people will start doubting. And even Simi said it is now discouraging the culture of silence. Now, don't you think that this whole saga, it's even going to increase the culture of silence in the future? Because of this simple thing that this girl, and if you see the very young, small, please, I don't know.
Nonetheless, let's not, one bad egg does not judge other eggs as bad. If it's proven after investigation that she made a false claim, or she made a false post about being raped, it's going to be bad. Nonetheless, it will not totally silence the real victims of rape, because silence does not solve anything. It's okay for you. My concern is there are relevant authorities that are in charge of human trafficking and human these abuses and all these things. So, except when you've reported to them and they are not doing something about it, then you can still take up good measures, unlike social media. So if it's proven that what she did was wrong, it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna affect the real victims of rape. Nonetheless, you're still not gonna silence all of them. It's still gonna what it will do is, instead of you coming up on social media to just talk, you give us evidence.
Okay.
So we know that, okay, I don't mean video from a rape. We give evidence that probably you've gone to talk to relevant authorities, you've met the counselor, because anybody could just wake up one morning and get the camera and get the ring light and start crying on stage that they slapped the person on the road and the person tumbled 5 times. So it's appalling if it's proven that. But my concern, back to what I was saying, is for the cases of this rape, as these cases are increasing, is a wake up call to parents,
Okay.
guardians, people around kids or people around the teenagers to inculcate into them real values. Like I said, the boy is a man, the girl becomes a woman. At that stage, you train them. Before I was thinking that it's until a girl dresses naked that she stands a chance to be raped. Until I started recently, the girl can be fully clad in a apparel
and still be raped.
So that means it's more of a psychological issue. So, and it's from that stage when the child is a teen, you start inculcating in the child values of you. Understand that you're a man, you have values, and a gentleman will not act like a beast.
Okay.
And sleeping around does not make you a man, or how many body counts you've had doesn't make you a man. It's because, for goodness sake, there are sexually transmitted diseases available waiting for you to back them. If you see one, you want to be an explorer.
Free of charge.
Free of charge. So it has to be back to the home. These things are going on. Parents hear the stories. Sit your daughter down and tell her, like Simi said, most persons go about with pepper spray. I'm not saying pepper spray, it's actually, but you understand that, okay, don't be out by this time. Mind where you go to, and understand that the society, people are getting crazy. So be meticulous about whom you choose to walk about with. People are, I'm like, most of that stuff, where are we heading to? Because I was coming back yesterday and I saw a lady dressed so shabbily. She wore, what did they call this thing? What she put on was on this, what the girl wearing, put on, and then wear clothes on top.
On top.
She wore it and she was walking so majestically on the road. And I pointed out, somebody just clicked my head. This girl now, this place is passing as a dangerous place actually. Somebody sees her and start tracking her. So the next thing they say, she was raped or she was dealt with. But that girl came from a home. She did. Madam, if you want to dress like that, there are bitches to go and dress like that. Not on the road. Because not even for you, our society is crazy. People are just looking for where to vent their frustration.
Even when you're properly dressed, you still have the tendencies of being raped. Even when you're in your own house, you can still be raped. So imagine when you're...
It's a wake-up call to parents' guidance to inculcate this. And then for the ladies also, understand that the society is getting crazy. So you just have to beef up your consciousness.
In Simi's post, she made the hashtag Stop Raping Women. Mr. Favor, can you tell the men as a man to stop raping women? I mean, they should stop. Stop raping women. Stop raping women. Please tell the men.
When you buy suya from a suya stand and then you take it home and you buy and you sit down in your house, pour it on the table or keep it on the table or chair and eat it. There's a satisfaction you feel. We're not having a society that likes microwave things being fast. So if you ask me to sit down and tell the men to stop raping women, they will hear me and still continue.
But you should tell them. Let it be that you told them and they didn't listen.
Women are not tools to be used. Women are human beings. If a woman sits down and takes up or curses you, it will work. Sorry, I have to use PG. So as a man, understand that first of all, who you are. You must understand that you are not a beast. Stop acting like one. What do you gain in it? And one day you have a child, except you vow not to have a child. So imagine you planted a seed, you've to God, and then you want to raise your child in the way of morals, but it will bounce back. So you must understand that. And one of the things that our authorities should beef up their stance. When such cases are made, even before we prove that they are right or wrong, they should be investigated properly. And capital punishment, I will still say capital punishment. I know people are backing away from it. Capital punishment, it has a way of curtailing. When you know that you do this and you're proven right and you're castrated, proven right by the job, then you're castrated. The next person will take caution.
Yes.
So our relevant authorities have work to do, and it boils down to our society. Parents also inculcate these values into your children to understand that they are not beasts, they are human beings.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Favor, for all of your contribution and your beautiful perspective. We are joining Simi to say, stop raping women. And for the Mirabel's allegations that has prompted this write-up from Simi, I really do hope, we all really do hope that she is telling the truth. And if it is that she is telling the truth and people are coming out to try to shut her up, then it will be so bad. It will be so bad. But then, on the other hand, if she happens to be lying, it will be so bad as well. Because we do not have all the time to ourselves. This is where we wrap it up on this episode of Anchor's Chat. Open conversation comes up next. Do not go away. Thank you for staying with us. We're open for sponsorship of this program. Jingles and advert placement, news, events coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Avo TV platform, Niger TV, Ifastech TV platform. You can connect with us on ATN socials. Subscribe, like, and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Remember and don't forget that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. I am Ofina Anuja.
Discussions on trending stories in politics, business, social economy, sports, and